In this video, we're gonna share our top 10 favorite peppers of all time.
So this was not easy at all, but we tried to be really honest with ourselves and think about if we could only grow a handful of peppers ever again, which would we choose?
And we've definitely grown a lot of different peppers in our garden, and our top picks are likely to change as we continue growing moving forward.
We'll also leave some links for seeds down in the description below if you're interested in growing any of our favorites. So without any further ado, these are Pepper Geek's top 10 favorite peppers of all time, for now. So my first favorite pepper of all time is the Blot Sweet Pepper, and this is a relatively new variety for us. I think we started growing it maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but it just has blown me away year after year. It's super productive despite being a pretty small plant. Beautiful with pinks and oranges and reds. And of course the flavor is incredible, truly one of my favorite sweet peppers for taste.
And this should definitely come as no surprise to any of you if you've watched any of our past videos. Calvin is a huge fan of the Blot Pepper. Next up is one of my all-time favorite peppers. It's a rare variety of Capsicum annuum from Guatemala, and this is the Cobanero pepper. These have a similar heat level to Cayenne peppers, and on top of being really impressive plants in the garden, they also work really well in the kitchen. We like to dehydrate the pods and grind them up into a flavorful powder to add some spice to various dishes, and overall they're just really prolific plants and also just really fun to watch grow in the garden.
Next up is a jalapeno variety. I feel like we had to include a jalapeno. It's just such a versatile pepper, but there are many different types of jalapeno, and we did some testing, and my favorite in the end was the Jalapeno Goliath pepper. If you couldn't already guess, it does grow massive jalapenos. They're usually around 3.5 to 4 inches long, but they also have a perfect heat level, delicious and crunchy, perfect for all the things you can do with jalapenos. The plants are also huge and productive, so there's really no drawback to this variety. So it just makes sense to choose this jalapeno, the Goliath, as our staple going forward.
Next on the list is the olive Rocoto pepper, which I actually have right here, and I did do a designated video all about Rocoto peppers if you want to learn all about them. But this was a variety that I was just really excited to grow because it was a bit of a challenge, and we were both super impressed with the flavor of the pods. They have those signature black seeds that you'll find in any pubescent species and a beautiful bright yellowy orange pith. So even being a little bit challenging to grow in the garden, these definitely add a little bit of interest to the space. They're really flavorful, and somebody actually suggested pickling them whole, which I definitely want to try doing this year.
So we haven't grown that many Rocoto peppers, but I have to agree that this is my favorite as well. It just has something special about it. You can almost bite into it like a fruit. The flavor is exceptional. And I also like that you can tell when they're ripe by just pulling on one of the peppers and it will come off at the calyx. And you can look inside and see that orangey placenta. It's pretty cool. So for my next choice, it may seem a little bit boring, but it is a cayenne pepper variety. But cayennes are just so useful. We genuinely use them a lot every year to make powders and hot sauces. But the variety I chose is Joe's Long Cayenne, which we grew again last year. And it just really blew me away this time. The flavor was amazing. They're super productive as well, especially for such a big pepper, and they are huge, growing up to 12 inches long each. We also did a video in the past trying to find our favorite cayenne pepper variety, and I don't think it was our favorite at the time, but after growing it again, it really changed my mind, and I think it's my favorite of them all.
And if you're into fermenting, definitely make sure you have a couple cayennes growing in your garden.
Definitely.
Next up on my list is the Barbarus Antipodes pepper, and I think this is a favorite of mine just based on the novelty of the pepper alone. This is a ghost bell pepper cross that really surprised us with how flavorful it is. They're basically a smaller version of a bell pepper, but they're juicy and delicious with a little bit of heat, but nothing overwhelming, so really great in the kitchen, and overall a super fun pepper to grow. And we do have a video all about this pepper where we taste it for the first time if you're interested in learning more about it.
Yeah, that was a fun one, definitely. All right, my next favorite pepper of all time is the CGN 21500. This is a land variety, meaning that it hasn't been tampered with in any way or crossbred, from Brazil, and it's got these beautiful purplish pink peppers. It comes from Capsicum chinense, so you know it's a spicy pepper, but it's pretty unique in that it's not overly spicy, so it's not too hot to handle, and they also have a great citrusy, slightly floral flavor. The plants are super productive, although seeds may be a little bit difficult to find. If you do want to find them though, you can also search for Sunset Peach. That's another name that it goes by, but its original name is the CGN 21500.
This is a great pepper that almost made my list as well. We discovered it years and years ago at a farmer's market, and it wasn't even listed as a CGN 21500, so we didn't know what it was, and eventually it just kind of became a favorite of both of ours.
Yep.
Next up on my list is another small berry-like pepper, which I definitely tend to gravitate towards, and that's the Aji Charapita. These come in a few different varieties, from yellow to red. Most recently, I grew the Aji Charapita Peach, and they're really, really flavorful and prolific. They're just a pain in the to harvest. And if you're looking for something similar, because maybe you've grown the Aji Charapita before and you like bigger pods, the Quintisho pepper is also really great. It has a super sturdy, impressive growth habit, and it's also very flavorful.
Our next best pepper of all time is the King Starr Lemon Starrburst. If you've never heard of this, it's a cross between the Bahamian goat and the MOA Scotch bonnet, created by King Starr, another YouTuber who loves growing peppers. And it has one of the most intriguing flying saucer-like shapes with a stinger on the end and an amazing flavor as well. It's one of the most citrusy and juicy peppers from capsicum chinense, of course, and it's got a nice heat level similar to that of a Scotch bonnet. I think the appearance and the flavor and the history of this pepper all come together to create pretty much a perfect pepper variety.
And the final pepper on this list before we get into some honorable mentions is the sweet sunrise bell pepper. This was my favorite bell pepper that we grew when we did our tasting video and tried 10 different varieties. And we'll leave a link to that below if you want to check it out. The sweet sunrise is a hybrid bell pepper and it looks beautiful in the garden. It has a fruity, delicious flavor, and it definitely tastes better than any bell pepper you could buy at the grocery store. And it's definitely worth experimenting with different bell pepper varieties to find one with a flavor that you really like and one that does really well in your climate.
Yeah, this one performed really well for us. The peppers were pretty big actually, and I think both of us tend to prefer yellow bell peppers over others just for flavor, especially when we grow them at home. Now, there are so many other peppers we wanted to include on this list. We've literally grown hundreds over the years and loved many of them, but it really depends on what you're looking to grow in your garden. If you want something that's super bizarre, you can grow something like the Jay's Peach Ghost Scorpion or the RB003. Or if you want something with a unique flavor, you might want to try crossbreeding your own peppers or trying some experimental crosses that are out there.
And of course, we'll be growing new varieties every year, so our list will be expanding and our favorites will be changing every year.
We definitely want to hear from you. What are your top 3 favorite peppers that you've ever grown? Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to try growing them.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.